Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we'll be ranking our NFL draft picks because we did have a good draft this year, and I want to grade them by how good they were. So let's just hop in the video with Kenneth Grant. I'll give that a B. Kenneth Grant was a good draft pick, but I think we had some other position needs in the draft, but it's still Kenneth Grant was a good player, and I'll just give it a B. At first, I was like, was it great? We could have had Will Campbell. We could have had, not Will Campbell. We could have had Will Johnson, and we could have had and we could have had other players, but Kenneth Grant's not a bad player, so I'll give that a B. At pick 13. Then we did trade it to the 37th overall pick, and we got Jonah. I'm not gonna say his last name, and I'll give that a B. He was an he was a offensive line. He was an offensive line. Just what we needed. We need someone to replace Towan Armstead, and this is what we have right here. So yeah, I think Jonah S was pretty good, a pretty good player we drafted. Then with the next draft pick, we got Jordan Phillips, a defensive tackle from Maryland. He, I'll get that not an F, not a B, a C. No, he wasn't bad. He wasn't terrible. He wasn't a terrible draft pick. He was pretty good, but the thing was that we didn't really need we need a defensive tackle, but we didn't actually need one fully. So honestly, I'll give that a C. And yeah, and then we got a cornerback, Jason Marshall Jr. with the 115th overall pick. Just what we needed to cover the cornerbacks. I'll give that a B. That was that was a great pickup from the Dolphins. Now we got the cornerback kind of figure out. We got Jalen Ramsey, Jason Marshall Jr. I like that. And that's just a perfect draft for the perfect pick that we needed to go ahead and go in for it. And then with the 155th overall pick, we got Dante Trado Jr., a safety from Maryland. I'll give that another B. That was also another good draft pick. Just like a guy we needed because we needed safety pretty bad, and we did cover up the safety. I don't think it was a very good. It was a good player we needed. We needed that, so it was pretty good. Then we got Ollie Golden the second from Oklahoma State, a running back. Honestly, we need a running back, so I'll give that a B. Now we didn't desperately need a running back. But this guy, Ollie Golden, is a big guy, and he was a very good running back 2 years ago. Now last year he had a down year, but he's going to probably make another comeback. But he was good, and he is a big guy. And with our other guys, with Jalen Wright and Devon Achane, they're all very tiny. And also, and Alexander Madison's just ass. So we needed a running back, a big guy that can go attack, can go and run, and that's what we got. So that's pretty good. And then we got one of my favorite picks. We got Quinn Ewers. And you probably saw my edit if you follow me, or if you subscribe to me. Then you probably saw my edit. Quinn Ewers getting just what we needed. Okay, this guy was an absolute steal, and I knew we will get him, but the fact that we get this guy in the 7th round, holy shit, that was a steal. I know Quinn Ewers wasn't that good, but he should have been a 5th round at least. But he dropped down to the 7th round. Still good. It was just a great draft pick. It was just a steal from the Dolphins. We needed been quarterback because we do have Zach Wilson and we have Tua and now we have Quinn Ewers. If Tua unfortunately gets injured, and let's hope that doesn't happen, then we'll set for a quarterback. We don't have to desperately get a quarterback mid-season again. So, and then our last pick, Zeke Biggles, I'm gonna give him a C. Defensive tackle, cover in the defensive tackles too. It was a good pick from the Dolphins. And overall, yeah, that was good 7th round pick, I guess. And yeah, honestly, overall, the Dolphins had a good draft. No below, no above. Like everything was above average. Only 2 average picks, and the rest B's and A. Overall, if I have to give this a grade, I'll probably give it a B plus. With all B's, there's some C's and there's an A. Maybe I'll just drop it down to a B. Yeah, I'm gonna drop it down to a B. A solid B for our draft. Not bad. Better than last year. Chris Cleo was cooking. He wasn't cooking for agency though, but he was cooking this year in the draft, and I'm happy about that. So, yeah, this draft gets a B, and we did good in the draft. Let's see all these players work out. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video.